Hello everybody, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and today we're going to talk about a question that popped up in the channel, which was, what's thought transmission? This person has a specific person in mind and a reality that they wish to experience, which is them in a relationship. Nothing out the ordinary of these wonderful desires. But I thought the idea of thought transmission was a very good topic to express it from. So here we go. Slide number 1, right? This is what we perceive or have an idea, a desire to experience. It is a desire to experience, even though you might be a little unconscious of the sending of thoughts to somebody is a desired experience in and of itself. So, as an experience, it simply exists, no doubt about this, and you have experienced various versions of this. Somebody says something to you that you were thinking, you call it synchronicity. Someone messaged you that you were thinking about, and then we come up with this idea that we are sending thoughts or energy in the direction from your divine mind to the person that you are thinking of. They are receiving it, and they presumably feel that energy. Slide number 2. The receiver as an experienced effect in your perception of it. Experiences that this person in some way informs you that they received your energy, or they behave in a way that represents what you are thinking at and toward them. Just a little clearer if you needed it. Basically, from your perception, you experience them acting in a way that represents what you were thinking, giving you the experience that what you were thinking reached them, and then they reflected it back to you, right? Slide number 3. Now, here is the truth of what's actually going on. It's actually more subtle than it looks. All of that is a perfect experience of source energy as a reality. No doubt about that. People experience this all the time. You experience this all the time, right? Someone says something back to you. It is, however, deeper and simultaneously simpler than that. You see, we believe ourselves to be that small, as you can see, three-dimensional self sending thoughts, but in reality, you are this cosmic, multi-dimensional being that is pure awareness, pure knowing, pure potential, the quantum field, the Father's kingdom, whatever you want to call it, God, source, and reality itself, projecting from its own divine mind center, the divine mind center that you are, that consciousness that you are, projecting this small three-dimensional image and everything else. You see, it's a projector. Just like how my screen, or your screen, is projecting my image in the screen, you as a dimensionally infinite being are projecting the smallness of what we consider this infinitely large universe within itself. It's a little bit of a almost seemingly impossible three-dimensional comprehending of this idea, but don't use your three-dimensional logic to comprehend it. Just feel that everything's happening within you, and that is you as that cosmic being feeling everything happening within you. It's as subtle as that. Slide number 4. You project everything from the substance that you are made of. Whatever that substance is not a tangible material substance. We call it love, faith, knowing, but it's just God as whatever God's knowing as infinite intelligence is being it. So whatever substance you can think about it being, God's being that substance. So the thing that's being the substance is God and the substance, right? So you, a specific person, any specific person, family members, friends, colleagues, people you know, people you don't want to know, right? Everything else. EYIPO, right? is a projection of this energy. Everyone and everything is you pushed out. So it's not just small self pushed out. People have this idea that, oh no, if I come across somebody who's being a little bit of a, I almost said a different word. I think of one, someone who's being unpleasant. You think that I'm not unpleasant. I mean, I feel like sometimes I can be unpleasant, but I'm not unpleasant like this. It's not that physical self's projection of itself or idea of itself. It's your higher self just simply having everything, including the unpleasant version of another person. You have an unpleasant version of you. You're just not that, and you're seeing the reflection of not who you are. That's all. That's what everyone is you pushed out means. It doesn't necessarily mean, hey, just because you are unpleasant, you are coming across other people who are equally as unpleasant as you. It's not that, right? So all of this, it's a projection happening within itself. And the image does show it projecting out, but remember, it's actually projecting inside itself, where its divine mind is, right? We just perceive it as if it's happening outside of us, but it's all happening inside of you. Slide number 5. Now, you are quite literally one with the divine mind. The same divine mind you are thinking with is God's mind. Yes, it is lesser in awareness. God's mind doesn't think like your specialized viewpoint. God's mind thinks as God's mind. You are God's mind thinking as your specialized viewpoint, right? But you are still infinity, just seeing infinity from where you are. It's like how everyone is looking at the planet from wherever they are seeing it, but they don't make it any less than what they are cosmically, right? So the Father or greater awareness is greater in knowing its infinite self. You know what you are allowing yourself to be aware of in any single moment. Always becoming greater in awareness, not greater in being, but you are being greater because you are greater in awareness, because everything comes from awareness, right? You are always that infinite self. And yes, awareness can be very subtle. Even the simplest idea will not present itself in your awareness were you not allowing to be aware of it. Like a simple thing, just rearranging something so it just makes more not sense, but ease of access to you. It won't even come to you if you're just not allowing yourself to be aware of it. So you are I am as that I am. That I am, that is everything, you are that. So whatever you are, you are. Whatever you will yourself to be or wish yourself to be, you are already being that in your knowing of it. Sometimes we know a certain reality and then we try to, okay, well, I know this is here now. How do I get there? No, you are already there by your knowing of it. It's already created by you just knowing it. John 14:3, King James Version, right? And if I go, I prepare a place for you. Now, it's not if I send my thoughts or if my higher self goes without me, I will come again. That means it doesn't mean your higher self went to your end, looked at it, say, hey, this is here, and came back to get you, and then receive you unto myself, as if it left there. That where I am, that ye may also be. Now understand that verse, because it's very technically, it can be technically confusing, but it's actually quite a perfect verse of expressing what imagining and being in your end is. If I go, you as consciousness, if you go and you prepare a place for you, as in you are preparing a place for your consciousness experiencing its physical self here as a physical identity, linearly, right? You're experiencing it linearly, but it's all happening now. So if you go as consciousness, imagining and preparing a place for you, experiencing your end, you are in that end. You are experiencing that end. You have prepared a place for you. You come back to this physical viewpoint. I will come again. And then I receive you unto myself. Because your I am never left that end. Your consciousness may have changed its viewpoint to here, but it never left the knowing of that end. Just like how you just know it now. You never left it. You never had to physically go there to make it. You went there, it's already made. You never left it because you are the maker of it with your very being. So the receiving you unto myself is knowing that as this higher self, you are being that higher self in your imagining. So when you perceive yourself here physically in this physically focused you, and you walk in the assumption, you are receiving every moment of your own awareness as a physical reality unto yourself as an experience to that where I am, that version of you that you desire to be in that physical experience. You are walking literally as it and toward it at the same time, that ye may also be, that where I am, ye may also be. Where I am, as I am in my end, you, your physical self, walking as that identity who is in that end, you may also experience being in that end. You see, your I am doesn't experience, your higher self doesn't experience the journey to your end. You experience the journey that where I am, you may also be. So that's what's happening when you imagine your wish fulfilled. So you're not sending thoughts anywhere. You're not sending thoughts to a person. You're not sending thoughts to your end. You're not even thinking about your end. You are literally going to your end, coming back to the physical experience. You never left it. You never left your end. You never left here. But you're now choosing a direction and receiving you unto yourself. You are receiving and receive you unto myself. Your higher self is receiving itself via you, right? That where I am, ye may also be. And if I go, I prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself. You are being received to where you desire to be via your higher self and what you are becoming aware of as a physical unfolding of reality. Number 6. Every moment you call forth into your focus, that circular part of the image, your divine mind in the divine mind, which is your own awareness of I'm being here. I am everything, but I'm being here as a viewpoint. Whatever you consciously choose, your end, an identity, revision, rewriting, whatever, choose to be aware of, the who as the identity experiencing it, and the what experience it is experiencing. The who and what of reality. Who and what are you conscious of being? You are consciousness, so what are you being? You become, because consciousness makes only from itself. There's nothing else in existence except consciousness, so it only makes from itself. So when you imagine the idea of sending thoughts to someone, you are literally in this moment imagining a physical you sending thoughts. That's the creative act. That is the creative act. Not you sending thoughts, but the consciousness of you imagining yourself sending thoughts. And when you are imagining someone else receiving it, your focus is creating the scene of them receiving it. But it's all happening now, and you are creating it as you are creating it as the focus, not as the person sending thoughts and hoping that they receive it. You as focus are creating that. You create the illusion and the experience of your physical self sending their physical self receiving, and both physical selves experiencing that idea. But it's all just coming from you. It already existed. It's one of your infinite selves and one of their infinite selves that was just already there. It's like shifting into a movie where the person was already saying the dialogue. You just changed the channel to where they were saying that dialogue. You didn't send anything to them. They're not apart from you. You can't send something to someone else. They're not apart from you. So what you did was, as your higher self, you sent yourself the image of sending something to them, and then you sent yourself the image of them receiving it. So you sent those images to yourself, you received it, you experienced it, and then you let it go, and then that's what was experienced. Or rather, you want this experience. But it's all happening within you. Slide number 7. Now, since every frame already exists within yourself from that infinity that you are, simply move your own attention, your focusing to the idea of what you actually want. Because we don't want to send them information. You want just to go to your end or whatever it is you want that information to be producing, knowing that it also just exists. If it is being a specific person, amazing. Shift your focus to the already having it. Make it a choice that this is who I am now. I've made this is my choice. There's no trigger, there's no sparks, there's no fireworks, there's nothing. This I am source, this is my choice of awareness. This is my choice of being. This is my choice of who and what I am. It's my choice to experience it because I'm seeing it from my point of view that already exists. I am the one that is chosen. I am the one that is loved. I am the one that is having the experiencing of my dream life. And part of that dream life is I am in the relationship with this person, the version of them who consciously, freely chose to be with me. It's my choice. It's who I am. It already exists like everything else. So imagine it, assume that it's who you are now, and allow it to unfold. Number 8, just a little summary here, and you can take a screenshot or something if you really like, but it's basically the same thing that I said, right? A common idea of thought transmission. We think we're sending it. The connection is already unbroken. You don't have to make one. Whether you know this person or not, it doesn't matter. The connection already exists because everything's happening now. So you can experience a broken connection. You can experience a connection, and you can experience a non-connection. So all three must simply exist right now. You're just coming from unaware to aware, shifting from the polarity of what already exists. So the illusion of sending thoughts is you think you're creating this thought and sending it to them, pointing it at them, you're looking in the mirror and whatever it is. But there's no gap between you and them because you are the focus of that idea. And you can think about it. Like, imagine yourself right now sending a thought and then realize, hey, no, wait, it's my focusing on myself doing this. It's my focusing it's my focusing as focusing on the version of them receiving it. It's my focusing as creating reality. That's what the processes are about. It's about directing your focus. Number 9. The other person's version, the other person is a version in your awareness. There's no true version of them that you are seeing, just like how there's no true version of your physical self that you are being. So you are never tapping into the awareness of that person, because awareness is being all of them simultaneously branching off infinitely. You are just tapping into the version of you that has an experience with whichever one you have an experience with, that one. But it's always your point of view. So the real power is awareness. And the key idea is you transverse as focus, you send to yourself and receive to yourself as awareness, because your knowing is the sending and the receiving is the knowing of it. The sending is the knowing is the sending, and the receiving is the knowing of it. You can send Jack in the 3D, right? Yes, it's funny if you say FedEx or something, but no. Those are all 3D experiences. You can't send anyone anything because they're not apart from you, right? You can't do anything in the 3D. You can't send anything in the 3D. Don't bother. You go within and do whatever you want. You come here and you shift your focus here, come again here, and you experience whatever is unfolding as per that. So that was a wonderful little road sending and transmitting. Quite enjoyed making that one. So thank you for the question. If you have any questions, please reach out. Don't feel shy. Type them in the comment section. If they are more personal to you, you can reach out personally through my email, etc. There is a Facebook group if you are unaware of this. You can join that, post questions in the forum. People will respond. I will probably respond as well. There is a TikTok page where there's other forms of these videos. So you can just blur through them quickly. That being said, Thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing, thank you for being here, thank you for the comments, thank you for the questions, thank you for the emails. Thank you for being here. Love and light, and I will see you all in the next one.